it going, everyone? Justin again, as always. Thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back. Cheers to those of you that have your beers. I hope you're enjoying your work week. I've got a special video for you today. We're going to be talking about all the essential hook and pick sets that you are going to want as a mechanic, whether you're working at a dealership, an independent shop, maybe you work for fleet, maybe you work in the aviation field. You guys already know there are plenty of hoses, vacuum lines, fuel lines, all these different things, electrical connectors. Like, there's so many different things. It's just so hard to keep track of. So how do you disconnect those things? How do you get those hoses undone? How do you cleanly, without damaging those hoses, get them off? I'm going to talk to you today about just that. First off, I want to start off with these Icon 4-piece hook pick scraper set that I got from Harbor Freight not too long ago. Yes, I actually went into Harbor Freight. Yes, I actually spent my own money on them. Comes with a straight pick all. It's heavy duty with a 90-degree, a scraper, and then it's got this weird curvy one, which works out great for radiator hoses, okay? The scraper I have never used, okay? I don't use scrapers. If anything, I use a razor blade, and I use a die grinder with a pad on it. The straight shank, I have used this maybe once or twice. Not a huge go-to, but there have been certain hoses that have a straight shot that it has come in handy. These two picks right here out of that 4-piece set, well worth the money, okay? Love the comfort grip. Works out well. Kind of has a triangular pattern. Has a little bit of a raised indentation around the triangular shaped comfort grip that they provide you. And I'm going to tell you, it feels good in the hand overall. It's got a little bit of a knurl grip here on the end made out of rubber, okay? Helps get into some tight spots. The pick is not sharp. It's actually quite dull, and that is very useful when it comes to hoses because you're not trying to purposely stab through a hose, right? You're just trying to get up underneath it to wrap it around whatever aluminum pipe or steel pipe or copper pipe that you have, whether it's heater cores, heater tubes, or maybe there's an aluminum hose that they just switched to. You got plastic hoses. These things are great, okay? It's pretty close to non-marring, non-scarring in my opinion. These two are my favorite go-tos at the dealership. The next two picks that we're going to talk about, because they are of a different brand than the last two pick sets, is going to be the Cornwell 2-piece non-marring, non-scarring, non-piercing hook pick set, okay? You can see there's a little bit of a weird shape to this one right here. How it kind of like bends and curves. It's got the square handle design, rubber meets hard plastic, all built into one. And then you have this one right here that's almost like a 90-degree, but again, non-marring, non-scarring, non-piercing, and then it kind of doubles back, right? So this has been very helpful for upper and lower radiator hoses, and I have utilized both actually to help pull seals. So there are certain seals, you guys know what I'm talking about with screwdrivers. You might try to use a punch or a chisel to get in there. Very, very difficult. Matco makes one that's almost like a 90-degree kind of deal that you could kind of put in, come back, and then hit with a hammer and smack out. That's all well and good. But what about those situations that the seal is not in there? All that difficult. You don't need a hammer to smack it. You just need a little bit of leverage, a little bit of curvature. That's where these things have come in handy when it comes to certain seals. These things are like a nice go-to. I do like them. They do have leverage. They do have some diameter curvature to them that makes them really, really handy overall. So for that, got to give it 2 thumbs up to Cornwell for picking it on this. The only thing that I noticed is that out of the hook pick set, that they had them like this, okay? So if the hook is laid down flat, the name's like this, you would think that because of the way the hook shape is on one, it would be like that on the other with the name label here, but it's not. It's like this, sideways. It's not a big deal when you lay down your box. You can still at least see the Cornwell name. I don't know if that's a thing for you. I thought I'd bring it up, though, as an honorable mention kind of deal. All right, let's go to a small 4-piece pick set. Yes, okay, this is a snap-on pick set, overrated, overpriced for sure. However, they do come in handy, okay? You guys know that I like that $5 pick set from Harbor Freight. They work out well, but you can't bend them, you can't tweak them, you can't do anything to them. These ones from Snap-on made out of a little bit harder metal with the plastic handle. These plastic handles are really nice. They're comfortable. They don't slip in your hand when you get oil or coolant on your fingers. And if you needed to, you could bend them. They would hold shape. I had a rubberized pick set at one point in time from Snap-on. I lost all but one of the pieces, and I have been able to bend these, to curve them to shape the way that I wanted them to. What I did was I took the hook pick one like this, I bent it at a certain angle, and I'm able to get underneath fuel connectors, fuel injector connectors and things like that. But they just work out really good, especially for coils, okay? Any electrical connectors that you get into, these are going to be your best friend. Absolutely. All right, let's talk about evap hoses and things like that. There's also some other electrical connectors that are a little bit bigger, a little bit more stubborn. And there's also some other smaller hoses, be it coolant or whatever, that you just need a little bit more of a finer pick to kind of get up underneath there before you can take a heavier pick. Okay, so something like this, maybe too thick in the beginning, need something a little bit smaller to kind of start it off with. These Snap-on medium / heavy duty picks they have in the triangular shape, we can kind of judge these side by side with the icon. Okay, you can see that there are a lot of subtle differences in the shape. Okay, the Snap-on one's more triangular, more smoother on the hand. It works out well. There is no heavy knurling. It is a mixture of hard plastic and rubber, but does have a finer edge on the actual pick itself to get up underneath the hose to at least start it. Once you've started it, then you can take a heavier dutier hose pick like this, get up underneath there, work it around, and get that hose off. So for picks, I think of all the sets, these are all your go-tos as far as being a mechanic is concerned, okay? I got this Snap-on 4-piece set in their heavy-duty platform, which does work out really well. I got the 4-piece set in the smaller ones, which I also love and enjoy. Yes, they're both high-vis. I got these icon ones in the red and black. Like I said, out of the 4-piece set, I used 2. Those have worked out very well. And then, of course, the other one that we made mention of was the Cornwell one. And I've utilized these more to pull seals really than I have any kind of hoses. I have used the Hook 1-4 hoses, but overall, I do like the way that their overall function and work for pulling seals. So if you guys never thought about using these non-marring, non-scarring hose picks without piercing capabilities, they do work out well for pulling seals. Well, whether it's an axle seal on the rear end or in the transfer case, or maybe over in the PTU, I'm sorry, not transfer case, PTU, or maybe it's over in the transaxle, they work out well. There's been a very few situations where I need a different style of seal pullers, which I've had. I'll put the links down in the description for you guys. So those of you that are looking for different hooks and picks and seal pullers and things like that, I'll put Amazon affiliate links down below for you so that way you guys can check them out. If those deals help you, if those coupon codes that are attached help you, I hope you find it helpful. That's all I got for this video. Thanks so much for watching my channel. Cheers to those of you that have your beers. We'll see you next time. Deuces.